or you can keep working as a contractor. But, I mean, you understand, I don't think it would have been a sin for me to stay in business. Anybody, right? But it's accepting what's good and not experiencing God's best. But so many of us are in this culture of planning and needing to see that what we don't realize is we're not living by faith because we need to see. And so my whole talk to you this morning, and it's not just to you, it's to me, because I don't think this is something we ever achieve. I think it's something we grow every year and every day toward, is living by faith. I want to focus on today. What do you want me to do today, God? That's my focus. I'm not worried about tomorrow, because if I focus on what you want me to do today, I know that you have my tomorrow. I don't see how you're going to have it. You're going to give me another busted lip? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I joke about that, like, I'm ready for the doctor to cut me again. I don't know. But I can tell you this about going in full-time ministry. I think he refused to tell me because my faith was too valuable. He's like, I'm not going to take your faith from you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to know, because then you don't need your faith. And in your relationship with me, your faith is much too valuable for me to take that. I think that's one thing. And here's the second one, which is probably much more practical, is that had I known what I know now, I would have refused to follow. Amen? I mean, if God had done what I wanted him to do and told me what it was going to be like to be a pastor and to plant a church and to be backstabbed and lose friends and not know how we were going to pay for what God was asking for us to do, I wouldn't have done it. Not on your life. Don't hear me saying I'm regretting what I did. But just being honest with you, totally honest, had I gotten what I wanted, had God told me the experiences that I would have had, the good and the bad, I can promise you I would have absolutely said no. Faith is much too valuable. But we have to start living in faith. As I've already said, Jeremiah 29:11, let me just put it back up here for you, because you need to know this going into 2023. Jen talks about discipline. I talk about, good things and bad things, some painful things and stuff. You just need to know that your God has a plan for you. He knows the plans. Now notice this. He doesn't say, I know the plans you have for you. He says, I know the plans I have for you. See, it'd be a wonderful relationship with God if we could tell God our plans and ask him to enact them. And I think this whole story in Jeremiah of what the Israelites went through was for our benefit. Because if you go and read on, he tells them, build houses. I mean, the short version is enjoy your life, but you're going to enjoy your life in exile. You're not going to be in your homeland. There's going to be things in your mind, your vision, that aren't going to happen the way you want them to. But he's saying to them, I've got plans for your good, a future, and a hope. He tells them, you're going to be like this in bondage for 70 years. How many of you would like to be told that? But see, we focus on the negative, don't we? We focus on the fact that we're going to be in bondage for 70 years. My goodness, we can't focus on that while we're in bondage for 70 years, that we can enjoy the life he gives us if we live by faith in him. Abraham was called God's friend. Why? Simple.